Okay, I gotta show you a little trick, a trick of the trade that I've learned from doing too many, making life a little easier. But how you gonna do it, right? So I'm gonna show you here, in this area right here. If you see that hole I'm working on, and through the frame, is where you have to push the bolt the other way, and then put a nut on this side with a washer. So as you can see, if you look in the hole, I don't know if you really can see that. I'm gonna go a little glance in there back and forth. So I did it with a trick. You take your socket, a shallow socket, not a deep one, and then you take some plumber's putty. You put first a nut inside, right? It's an 11/16 on these traction bars. I call them traction bars. Traction link. So I'm doing the hard side first, and then we're gonna have to move the differential like an inch forward. It's an inch off. The differential is too far forward. So I guess whoever aligned this moved the differential. I know they did. I just don't know why they did. They just fixed the problem. So my point is, put your nut inside here, put some plumber's putty here, then stick your washer on top of here. Put it in the hole where it's a blind hole, not blind actually. Put it in the hole, hold the bolt on the other side, and tighten it in. That's it. But unless you do that, you'll never get it to work. So that's just a quick one, and then I'll show you. I'll bring it up, and then we can tighten that up. I'm gonna just tighten it up a little bit. Let me bring it up. I think I'm good. I don't know if I'm gonna hit my lights. Let me move my lights. Hold on a second, everybody. 1 second. I am all over the place again, like life. So, yeah, I gotta get my lights out of there. Hold on a second. Man, yeah, would have busted up my whole set of lights. Well, it wouldn't have went too far. It would have went up with the lift. So let's not trash the lights. Oh, a little off still. All right, so the lights are off. The bolt is lined up. That's good to go on that side. And then I'll show you how far it is off on the other side. 1 second here. I gotta walk around the damn shop. Hold on. I gotta put things away as I'm working on things. Nothing's easy. Nothing's simple, nothing's easy. That's why I'm gonna go take a break right now in a second. 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. Going up. And I'll show you how far the differential's off before I do the last weld. It should be high enough. Yeah, it should be high enough. So let me lower these lights so they ain't blinding me. Damn. So let's move the lights back over this way. And the thing is, let me point the lights up now. Not too much. So if you notice up front, it's hard to get your hand there. But if you notice up front here, it's not lining up. It's like if you push your track bar down, you're about a ½ inch off. That means either the track bar's got to go forward about an inch. It was welded on exactly where it was supposed to be. So that means the bracket is fine. That means the differential is off. Freaking, I'm off. You wonder why I freaking drive myself nuts. And if someone did it right, you wouldn't have had to move that. So the track bar is welded exactly where it's supposed to be. It's not lined up nice and straight. That's not a problem. I want to finish the last weld, but I want to get the bar in there loose. So once the bar is in there loose and bolted to the front differential, then we finish the last weld. So if somehow we got to get this differential back that way towards the rear. How the hell do you get a solid differential backwards? That's gonna be fun. Okay, so let me take a break and figure that one out. I might be able to drop it to the ground a little bit and slide the bolt in, For some reason, the rear is tilted off. For some reason, the left side is off. The passenger side is off more than the right. Now maybe I might have to put this on the ground and then slide the bolt in. That might work. Then it might tilt the rear back a little bit. Yeah, that would work. You know what? That's what you're gonna have to do. So what you're gonna have to do is when you bring it down, you're gonna compress the spring a little bit. That traction bar, because it's fully loaded all the way down, I mean, that's a full suspension drop right now. So what you can do is you can drop the suspension down, and the track bar is gonna go up with the suspension. And when the track bar goes up with the suspension, it'll line up better, and you slide it in. That's it. It's not an inch. It is off, but not really. It's just fully extended right now. Yeah, because nobody's gonna change the caster. That's what would be the caster going backwards. Caster's going back and forward with the wheel. Camber is this way and that way, and these are solid differentials. There's no way to change in the camber on these things that I know of, unless you change the top. Usually you change the top ball joint, and you make they got a ball joint, you take the ball joint out and a sleeve goes in there on the Fords at least. There's no way on a Ford, there's no way I know of on a Jeep that you can do that. Not that I know of. I don't know why would you even change the camber. The freaking thing's solid. It's a solid rear. If the rear is off, you got a problem. But I remember these independent suspensions on my Ranger. When I had a Ford Ranger, I had to put a camber. It came with one on the top though, and you can change the camber. We changed the camber. And I rotated the tires a lot, just to make sure I got the most out of those tires. And I got like 90,000 miles out of a mud terrain BF Goodrich tire. So that was pretty good for like a shade tree mechanic on the side, and a couple little alignment tools, basic tools. You have to go to a specialty shop for that kind of stuff. When you lift it, I lifted 6-inch suspension, 2 inches of body, and then I cut out the fender flares. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches of a lift you can put on. So she was on 35 by 12 by 5s, and then she can still probably fit 38s, 38 by 14 by 5s. That was more of a, that's what would have been the next step. But how high do you want to go? I mean, I don't go too high with these Jeeps, and I run over everything. The thing is, back then it was a little different. I didn't know as much. I should have just bought a damn Jeep and just beat the hell out of it. They can take it, man. They really can. It'd be nice to have a skid plate out front so it wouldn't hit the suspension. I don't know how you do that though. No, you just gotta make sure you don't ram into a rock with your front suspension. Maybe that's why they go up so high, so you can clear your front suspension. It's the only thing I can think of. Well, whatever. Let me finish doing what I gotta do. I think I definitely know what I gotta do. Let me take a break, slide that bolt in, and then we'll see if it worked out. Keep on watching.